No one warned you that the game has already changed while you were busy playing by yesterday's rules. That the very role you believed you mastered, the investor who controls the flow, who picks the winners, who rides the tides of innovation, might now be slipping away like sand through your fingers. This isn't some distant threat. It's happening right now, faster than you can blink. AI is not just another tool to add to your portfolio. It's rewriting the rules of power, influence, and control. And here's the brutal truth. The players disrupting the game aren't only the startups or the founders. They are the machines, the algorithms, the AI systems that are quietly, relentlessly eating away at the core of what you thought was your advantage. If you feel that tight knot in your stomach when you think about emerging AI, call it fear, call it uncertainty. That's not weakness. That's clarity breaking through. Because what's coming won't just change the companies you bet on, the markets you track, or the data you analyze. It's about how you think, how you decide, and how your very identity as an investor could be disrupted. AI doesn't tire, doesn't get emotional, and doesn't second guess. It digests billions of data points in seconds, spots unseen patterns, predicts market shifts with cold precision. Meanwhile, you're still stuck with meetings, reports, instincts clouded by bias, and a world that feels increasingly alien with every new advance. You know the feeling, a gnawing frustration when the old playbook fails, when opportunities vanish before you can react, when startups with barely a prototype outpace giants that took decades to build. It's the slicing pain of seeing others capture value you thought was untouchable. You may even feel betrayed by your own instincts, doubting if your experience is enough. That sharp edge of fear is real because you're facing an invisible predator, the system built to replace the gatekeepers, to flatten hierarchies, and to render the old power structures obsolete. But there's something deeper than just fear. It's anger, confusion, and maybe even isolation, because nobody talks openly about this loss. Not in boardrooms or closed-door meetings. Yet the world is changing while silence grows louder. But within this chaos rests a secret that most miss, the truth that AI isn't the enemy. It's a mirror, a tool, a weapon waiting to be claimed. And the question isn't whether you will be disrupted, it's whether you will lead the disruption or be swallowed by it. Imagine embracing the AI revolution not as passive victims, but as sovereign architects of what happens next. This means rejecting the false comfort of old rules and illusions. It means questioning everything you believe about investing, about influence, about risk. Because what got you here won't get you there. Here's the radical shift. Stop thinking of AI as something external. Start thinking of it as an extension of your own will, a partner that sharpens your vision instead of blurring it. The investors who will thrive are the ones who become ruthless about their own transformation. They reject being passive consumers of AI products. They become co-creators, learning the language of algorithms, understanding the raw power of data, and hacking reality itself. This is not about following trends, it's about creating them. About building systems where AI accelerates human insight instead of replacing it. Forget the noise about AI replacing jobs or crushing markets. Those are surface stories designed to distract. The real disruption targets the framework of decision-making, the infrastructure of power, the networks of trust you built over years. The investors who succeed will be those who build new networks, autonomous, agile, fiercely interdependent, where misaligned brilliance synchronizes with machine intelligence, where you are not isolated trying to predict chaos but embedded in a web of radical human-machine collaboration. The future is not about lone wolves, but about rare connections forged through critical selection, a tribe of equals who burn with the same unyielding fire to mutate the system itself. This means fierce patience and a brutal rejection of hype. It means embracing a long game that few dare to play because it's uncomfortable, lonely, and relentless. But for those who endure, eternity favors the transformers, the ones who can stare into the abyss of uncertainty and rewrite their own code. You must be sovereign in your will because the AI revolution will not wait for permission. You must be critical, always asking, is this truly progress or just polished noise? And above all, you must be selective, aligning with those few who match your intensity, who wield AI not as a crutch but as a weapon of radical freedom. Because comfort is the enemy. The illusion that AI will just help you is a trap. Machines will not make life easier. They will reveal who is ready to burn and who will fold. But here's the liberation. The AI revolution does not ask you to become like the machines. It asks you to become more human, more sovereign, more creative, more fearless. This is a call to transcend the old systems of identity and power, to reject borrowed lives and borrowed rules, and to forge a new autonomy where the rare don't just survive, they dominate. If the world has no place for the exceptional, build your own space. Create networks where those who break molds find each other. This is where the misunderstood become unstoppable. This is where your silent fire ignites a conflagration. The system doesn't want you to connect like this. It prefers the many to drown in sameness, to serve its mediocre promises disguised as freedom. But you are not here for easy comfort. You are here to reshape reality, to turn AI from a threat into your greatest ally. The world around you will scream that there's no place for those who question too deeply or challenge too loudly. Ignore it. The AI revolution will not tolerate silence or complacency. It demands transformation, and with transformation comes liberation. You don't need to be a master of every algorithm or code. You need to be a master of becoming. Becoming sovereign, becoming selective, becoming a force of nature that the new world can't ignore. Let the old systems crumble. Let the comfortable settle. They will watch from the sidelines as the real game is remade by those who refuse to be spectators, but chose to be the architects of the new order. Real power today is not about data or money alone. It's about connection. Deep, rare, and fierce connection between human fire and machine precision. It's about weaving together fragments of brilliance into unstoppable synergy. You are not disconnected from this future. You are the signal and the spark. What you do next will echo across industries, lives, and histories. It's not just investment. It's the radical act of declaring sovereignty over your own destiny in a world unrecognizable to the past. To be disrupted is to be lost. To disrupt is to be found. So, burn away hesitation, cut through the noise, and be the rare few who choose transformation over comfort. Align ruthlessly, question relentlessly, create relentlessly. The future doesn't wait. The AI wave is already crashing. Will it sweep you away, or will you ride it like the master of your own fate? The choice is yours, and every second you hesitate, the world changes without you. Step into the fire. The new era is not coming. It's here. Be the investor who disrupts disruption itself.